Hey everyone, and welcome. So, we all know reading is good for you, right? But what if I told you there's a way to read that doesn't just make you smarter, but actually helps you become the person you really want to be? Okay, let's get into this, because today we are totally transforming how we look at books, stories, and yeah, even our own lives.
I want you to think about the last book you finished. You remember the plot, right? The characters, how it ended. But did it fundamentally change you? It's a real question. We spend hours, days, lost in books, but are we letting them actually shape who we are, or are we just, consuming another story?
And that question leads us straight to the core idea for today. Just look at this. On one side, you've got reading for information. The goal? Get info. The focus? Content. The big question is just, what does it say? That's how most of us read most of the time. But on the other side, that's where the magic is. Reading for transformation. Here, the goal is a changed attitude. The focus is on value and how you can apply it. And the question, this is the whole thing right here, it shifts from what does it say to how should I live? This is the jump from just knowing something to becoming someone.
Now, to really get this, we have to be super clear on what we mean by character. And here's the most important piece of the puzzle. Character is something we build. It's not something we're just born with.
Think of it like this. Your character is your inner compass. It's that internal guide that sets the direction for your entire life. It's what you rely on to stay on your path, especially when the trail gets rocky.
And I love this next idea. Character is also like a jewel, and it shines the brightest when things get tough. I mean, it's easy to be a good person when everything's going your way, isn't it? But your true character, that's what's revealed and what's forged in those moments of real pressure.
And finally, think of character as the very foundation of your life. It's like the pillars holding the whole structure up. Without strong character, everything else you build, your success, your relationships, it's all on shaky ground. So if character is so vital, what makes it different from, say, personality? This is such a critical distinction. Honestly, getting this is a total game changer. This chart just lays it out perfectly. Personality, that's your natural temperament, right? It's your default settings. The mindset is basically, well, that's just how I am. And honestly, it's pretty hard to change. But character, that's totally different. It's a conscious choice. It's about your internal values. The mindset isn't, I am like this, it's, I want to be like this. And the best part? You can work on it your whole life. You are never stuck. You always have the choice to decide who you want to become. So how do we start building? Well, this framework gives us 12 core characteristics to work with. But please, don't think of this as some long list you have to memorize. Think of them as 12 powerful new lenses you can use to look at any story, including your own.
That's the number, 12. And I know it might sound like a lot at first, but just think of them as 12 new tools in your toolbox. Each one gives you a different way to see the world, a new angle to understand what's happening in a story, or in yourself. So let's take a quick look at what they are.
All right, here are the first 6. You've got passion, which is all about finding joy in what you do, justice, having the guts to do what's right. Then there's responsibility, humility, diligence, and moderation. You can kind of think of these as the internal strengths, the stuff we build inside ourselves. And here's the other 6, which are really more about how we connect with others and the world around us. We've got respect, putting someone else's happiness first, forgiveness, letting go of the need for revenge, gratitude, sharing, and honesty. These are the traits that build strong connections in healthy communities. Okay, so we have our 12 lenses. But how do we actually use them? The best part about this whole thing is that the method is unbelievably simple. It's just 3 easy steps. So it's this really simple loop. Step 1, discover. You use those 12 lenses to spot the character values happening in whatever you're reading. Step 2, reflect. You ask yourself, okay, how does this actually connect to my life? Where have I seen this pop up before? And then, step 3, apply. This is the crucial one. This is where the change happens. You decide on one specific, small action you can take to practice that value. Discover, reflect, apply. That's the entire process. Now, theory is one thing, but let's make this really concrete. We're going to use a short but really powerful story to see exactly how this 3-step method works in the real world. Just listen to this. Midway through the race, marathon runner Kim Chol-soo saw a runner ahead of him fall. He stopped, helped the runner up, and ran with him to the finish line. He received the loudest applause. Just wow, what a powerful moment.
Okay, so if we are just reading for information, the story would be, a runner helped another runner. The end. But we're not. We are reading for character. So how do we use our new framework to really dig into the depth of what just happened?
Let's walk through it together. We're going to apply our 3 steps: discover, reflect, and apply to this incredible story.
Okay, step 1, discover. What character traits did Kim Chol-soo show us in that moment? Well, you could definitely say it was respect. He put someone else's well-being ahead of his own ambition to win. Or maybe you see forgiveness. He chose not to see a competitor as an enemy, but as a fellow human. Or maybe it was just responsibility, doing the right thing. And here's the cool part. There's no single correct answer. The point is to just see the values inside the action.
And now for steps 2 and 3, where we turn that lens around and point it at ourselves. We reflect. We ask questions like, when have I been torn between winning and just doing the right thing? We have to be honest with ourselves. If I were in his shoes, would I have made that same choice? And then we apply. We ask, how can I lift someone up this week? It doesn't have to be dramatic. It could be as simple as encouraging a coworker or really listening to a friend. That's how a story on a page becomes a lesson in your life.
And that brings us to the biggest, most powerful idea of all. This method, it's not just for reading books, it's for reading your own life.
Because this is the ultimate takeaway. Character reading is not just a way of reading books, it is a way of reading life itself. Every conversation, every challenge, every single choice you make, it's a text. It's a story filled with character values just waiting for you to discover them, reflect on them, and then apply them.
So, I'll leave you with this one last thought. Your life is a story that's being written every single second, and you are the author. So the only question left is, with the choices you make and the actions you take, what character will you write into your story today? Thanks for joining me.